Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, it's glad to have you watching. My name is Titi and my channel is Explicit Collections, where I drop videos about sewing. Today I would like to explain the calculation of the circle skirt tutorial that I dropped about 2 years ago. I noticed that on this video there's been constant questions from different people asking me the same question as to how did I get the formula for calculating the radius of the different circle skirts that I have, the 180 degrees circle skirt, the 360 degrees, and the 720 degrees. Now, this is a mathematical formula, but I will try my best in the simplest way I can to explain it, such that people don't find themselves confused about this topic anymore. I will try my best in the simplest way possible to explain the formula for calculating the circumference of a circle. Like you can see on this sheet of paper that I have, this is a circle, and the circumference of the circle is the entirety of the outside of this circle. This is the circumference of the circle. And in sewing, this will be similar to your waist measurement. If you are doing the peplum for your, if you are making it a peplum, it'll be similar to your waist measurement as well. If you are making a skirt, it's also going to be similar to the circumference, like wheresoever you want to place this circle or this peplum. For example, if you are using it for sleeve, so the measurement around that sleeve where you want to place your circle, whether 360, whether 180, is going to serve as your circumference. And the dilemma is the question that I've been asked over and over again is, why am I using the formulas I'm using to calculate? Now, in mathematics, to get the circumference of a circle like this, there's a formula for it, and it is pi d, where d is the diameter. D is diameter. Diameter is half of the circle. So pi in mathematics is a constant. When something is called a constant, it means that it cannot be changed. That's the value. You can't change it. You can't ask why. It has been derived in mathematics, and that's the value that is used everywhere in the world to calculate the same thing. So pi, which is a constant, this pi is a constant. The value for it is 3.142, and it is constant in mathematics. Now, when we fold our fabric, whether into 4 or in any of the folds for the circle skirts, then we usually will calculate the radius. That radius then gives us the circumference. If you can see from this circle, this radius is from the center to anywhere on the circle. And this can be likened to the way we fold our circle skirts. So that is why when we are calculating our radius for a full circle, for example, which is a 360 degrees circle, I'd usually say the way to calculate the radius for a 360 degree skirt is your waist measurement. For example, my waist measurement is 28. That's going to be 28 divided by 6.28. Why am I using 6.28 in that case? Because the radius of a full circle, this is the formula. So it's the same thing as writing that to get the radius for my skirt, my waist is 28 divided by 2 pi. Remember, pi is a constant. So it is 2 times 3.142. This value, when I add it together, is 6.28. And that's the reason why I would say for full circle, you use the formula, your waist measurement divided by 6.28. I hope I'm clear. I hope I'm clear on this. And that is why when we are calculating for a 180 degrees flare, which is half circle, 180 degrees flare is the same thing as half of a circle, which is something like this. Is something like this. It's not a full circle like I have on the top. So the formula will be 28 divided by 3.142. I will try and make a paper illustration of what I've just explained now. and hopefully it helps somebody to demystify the confusion around why these formulas are used to calculate the radius of a circle. So assuming this is my fabric, I'm using this paper as my fabric, and I want to calculate my radius for a 180 degrees flare. If you paid attention to my original video, I said to you that you would, whenever you have calculated, if for example, my waist is 28, I will divide it by 3.142. Whatever I get is going to be my radius. But remember, I explained how to fold your fabric. You should fold your fabric in half, first of all, this way, and then from the corner slanted like this, and then you get your radius. So if I get my radius like so, and I cut this out, and I get the length of my skirt, and I cut this out, this will show us exactly what I was saying about how to get the radius from the picture I showed us originally. So I said the radius of the circle is anywhere from the center of the circle to anywhere on the circumference. From the center of the circle to anywhere on the circumference. And this is exactly what we have when we open out our flare. So if I cut out the radius, which is my waist, as an illustration like so, this is what I will have as my 180 degrees flare skirt. I'll quickly do an illustration of the 360 degree before I end the video. So yes, to the making of the 360 degrees circle skirt, which is a full circle skirt. Remember I said when you've calculated your radius, you add the length of your skirt or your peplum to it. That's what will determine the width of the fabric that you should have. So you then fold your fabric in half, like so, and you fold it again, another half. Notice that the fold is different from what we had for the 180 degrees. After I have folded, the next thing I need to do is to get my radius. So this, for example, is the radius from my calculation, and this is the length of my skirt. Let's say this is the length of my skirt. Let's say this is the length of my skirt. I'll cut this out. Remember, the radius is from the center to anywhere on the circumference. So this is going to be the circumference from the center of the circle to anywhere on the circumference, and that's the radius here. So I'll just cut this out and show us what it looks like in a 360 degrees full circle skirt. So when I open this out, I have a full circle as my skirt, and this is the difference between the 180 degrees circle skirt and the 360 degrees circle skirt. I've already explained all the differences in my previous video, how to cut 180 degrees, 360 degrees, and 720 degrees flare. But I just thought to do this video again because people kept asking me the same question as to how did I get the formula that I used to calculate the radius of the circle. So once again, this is the formula for calculating the radius of a circle. Depending on the kind of circle, the fullness you are trying to achieve, you can either use the 180 degrees, the 360 degrees, the 720 degrees, even you can use the 1440 degrees flare, depending on how full you want your skirt to be. I hope this video helped you in one way or the other to clarify your doubts as to how to work with your circle skirts or circle peplums. Thanks once again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. If this video helped you in any way, please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I just wanted to add that the skirt I have in this video is actually a 360 degrees flare, And to make this simple for every one of us, if you are struggling to understand the formula, as I know that not all of us are mathematicians, I would really, really highly recommend that you take a note of all the formulas, you write them down, and you save them. You can actually also save them on your phone and keep that as reference every time you need to cut these circle skirts if you don't want to defer to understanding the formula over and again. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.